What is going on, my friends? So today we will be ranking every single one of the rare weapons in the game. I have all but one maxed out, so I guess I can quite accurately try to rank them. And of course, this is my opinion, so if you are disagreeing with me, that's perfectly fine. By the way, if I place a gear that's, for instance, good or bad, and you believe that it is godly, please let me know in the comments why I'm mistaken. I'm going to test it out and see whether I was indeed wrong about this particular piece of equipment. Now, first thing first, guys, we have this tier list thanks to Elephant Ninja, so kudos for him. And what I'm going to try to do here is I will put the weapons into those categories: godly, great, good, bad, and terrible. I will put only very few pieces to godly because this should be really top of the top. So without any further ado, let's start with the very first piece, which is the Wrestling Star Jaxophone. I have the gear description here in front of me because I cannot really memorize every single thing that every single gear does in the game. So the Wrestling Star Jaxophone increases the special attack and blockable chance by 30%. Increase the chance to apply shield break and block breaker attack by 50%, and it has 40% chance to apply silence debuff to the whole opponent team on successful special attack 1. I believe this piece is quite good, so it has to be in the great. It's really very good piece of equipment. Like offensively, it is very nice. Unfortunately, the thing that I don't like about it is that it doesn't really give tons of value to Jax in general, because if you're spamming special 1 with Jax, despite the shield break, you won't be doing a lot of damage. Still though, it adds value to Jax, it just doesn't add the value that I want to see. Anyways, next thing is the Widowmaker. Guys, the Widowmaker is super good piece of equipment. Look at this. 80% basic attack damage boost, achieving 80% of any special attack, increase the damage dealt by the special attack by 40%, and gain luck on tagging for 15%. I'm going to place this weapon again as godly, as great. I believe it is still better than Jaxophone. The problem I have with this piece is that it's not really that incredible before you get all the way to Fusion 10. Fusion 10 is becoming super good. Unfortunately, the luck lasts just for 15 seconds, and the basic attack damage boost isn't really the best thing that you want on a character. Still though, you can more or less guarantee critical hits on tag, which is always useful. The next piece of equipment is a Rain Legacy piece, which is the Thunder Blade. 50% basic attack damage boost, 30% damage boost against enemies affected by bleed, fire, poison, 50% reduced power cost on special attack too. I believe this piece is just good. I wouldn't say that it's great. Seriously, doesn't really. If you're having Rain in your team, you won't be using that piece that often, to be honest with you. I almost never used it, which is weird, but like the special effect on Rain just boosts the damage while they're suffering from dot, which is not incredible. Tamer Sinful Whip. 45% basic attack and blockable chance, 35% chance to apply random negative effects on combo enders such as bleed, fire, poison, blind, stuff like this, and then in the end 60% damage boost against enemies affected by those negative effects. In my opinion, this is one of the very best pieces. I'm going to put it in godly tier. It is great all the way from Fusion 0 to Fusion 10. It works on every single character. I mean, every single character would like to have apply negative effects on combo ender. The only problem is that you don't know exactly which effect you're going to do, but it doesn't matter. It has unblockable chance, it has negative effects, it have damage increased, so it works on every single character. The Stunt Award. Actually, now that I think about it, it still gives you random effect, guys. So I don't know whether I should place it as an S. I like godly or great. It's actually in between, but and I said I won't be giving this lightly. It's super difficult, guys. It's super difficult, but no, I'm going to leave it as an S. It's just super versatile. Then we have the Stunt Award. Stunt Award is, look at this, 45% basic attack and blockable chance, 100% chance to apply shield on special attack 2 on Fusion X. On Fusion X also gain immunity to snare while shield is active. This, in my opinion, is another godly tier. It is just too good. You're doing for special 2 spammers probably the very best weapon in the game. It's incredible. It gives you shield, which has 100% certainty to happen, gives you unblockable chance, and make sure you cannot get snared, which in my opinion is super useful. Then we have the Stone Fists. Look at this. 20% chance to steal 5% of the opponent max power successful combo ender, I mean, that's always good. User gains 5% special attack damage boost after performing any successful special attack, max 20%. That's lame. Sorry. But Tremor, 20% chance to apply stun combo and for 3 seconds. And after 8 successful basic attacks, incoming damage is reduced by 5%. Each basic attack on stunned opponents counts as 2, maximum damage reduction 40%. I am not really a fan of that piece. I'm going to put it here as good, even though it has potential to be great. You know what? I'm going to probably put it as great, but bottom tier. So I am not really impressed. 20% damage boost, that's almost neglectable. And damage reduction, no, I believe it's going all the way to the good pieces. I am not going to call this piece great. It just doesn't fit my playstyle. Next one is another legacy rare. 25% critical hit chance boost, Scorpion, 30% chance special attack and tool will be unblockable, 50% damage boost against enemies affected by stun and slow. I believe this piece is good, so I will put it top tier good pieces. I wouldn't place it right here, but I believe it's a very, very good piece of equipment. The next one though, which is the Shaolin Bow, 25% critical hit chance boost for Kung Jin, 50% chance to drain 33% power on special attack 2, and 25% damage boost against enemies affected by bleed or poison. I'm sorry, but this one will go to the bad tier. The only really great thing that it does is 25% critical hit chance. But there are so many pieces that do that at a certain point this piece doesn't do a lot. Sento Blade, 45% basic attack and blockable chance, 20% special attack 3 or X-ray fatal blow damage boost for Kenshi, and 15% damage boost in faction wars. This one is bad. This one is really, really bad. And the reason why it's bad because it only has one good effect. The other two are total trash. 20% damage of the X-ray is like, are you serious right now? And then we have a 15% damage boost in the worst game mode ever, Factional War. So yeah, this piece outdated and goes to bad. Then we have the Sapphire Dagger. Look at this, 50% opponent critical hit chance reduction, whatever. 30% reduced power cost on all special attacks. And we have while user is active, gain 10% damage boost maximum to 100. In my opinion, this one should go all the way to great right here, because it's exceptionally good for special 1 spammers. 30% reduction of special 1 cost is incredible. The thing is, I believe this one, it even has potential to be godly, but for now I'm going to put it as great. Because of the first effect, which is opponent critical hit chance reduction. Not impressed. Sacrificial Knife, 50% basic attack damage boost. Oh my god. Kotokan, 50% chance to drain 33% power on special attack 2, and damage boost against enemies affected by bleed and poison. This is completely terrible piece of equipment. Never use it, it's super bad. We have the Rusty Chainsaw then. 45% basic attack and blockable chance, for Leatherface and rage duration increased by 5 seconds, and 50% reduced power cost on special attack 2. This one is very, very good. I believe that even qualifies here, because up to this day I use that piece quite often, so I really am going to give it an edge to the pieces below. Then we have the Revolvers, another very good equipment, 45% basic attack and blockable chance, and 25% critical hit chance. I believe this one is also potential candidate for being great piece of equipment. And then we have the Restless Ninja Call to Arms, 35% critical hit chance boost, 100% chance to apply snare for 10 seconds after performing special attack 1, and 25% chance to steal 5% opponent max power on basic critical hits. In my opinion, this one goes to the godly tier. It is absolutely busted for special 1 spammers. And if you ask me why the Sapphire Dagger didn't make it, well, the Sapphire Dagger had one attribute which in my opinion is worthless. This one doesn't have a single one. You are snaring on special 1, you have increased critical hit chance, and you are power draining the enemy. Oh, incredible. Seriously good piece. Then we have the Razor Sai, I believe. The Razor Sai, which actually gives 25% critical hit chance boost, a 50% chance to transfer 50% of health to special attack 2 on Melina, and 25% damage boost against enemies affected by bleed or poison. I think that this is... it's not really horrible for Melina, so I'm going to put it here in the good tier. Then we have Prankster Banger, 45% basic attack and blockable chance, 50% chance to apply snare on special 2, 50% reduced power cost on special 2. This one goes to great. It's exceptional on the Joker, but generally speaking, it feels like the Rusty Chainsaw, so yeah, it is awesome. Next one, Necromancer Forbidden Book. 30% all special attack unblockable chance, 50% chance to apply snare on special attack too. Then you have gain power upon tagging for 15 seconds. This one goes here in the great category in my opinion. It's a really good equipment. Again, you get power for 15 seconds. I don't know, I'm not really impressed of the first effect, which is the special attack unblockable chance. It has its uses, but I wouldn't really consider it as a godly because of that particular. It's a situational ability, and I wouldn't really say that the Forbidden Book is an S. It's a really good piece, but not really one of the very best few. Then you have the Muramasa Blade, 45% basic attack and blockable chance, 150% combo ender damage boost, 100% chance block breaker on basic attacks, deal additional 1% max health damage. This one goes to good. I am not impressed with Muramasa Blade. I'm serious, I'm not. Sorry. Next one, Midnight Stalker Sight, 45% basic attack and blockable chance, achieving 90% plus on successful special attack to apply silence for 15 seconds, gain 0.1 bar of power for each block breaking attack. Guys, this is one of the very best pieces in the game, not only when it comes to rare pieces ever. It is super good piece. So generally I consider it as a godly piece of equipment, one of the very best weapons in the game. Then we have the Spider Crypt Spider Fang, 40% chance to apply poison on combo ender, 30% chance to also apply weaken when poison is applied, and deal 35% more damage on poison dot. I believe this one is super useful. I'll put it as a great piece of equipment. The only drawback is that it has to be a little bit higher level in order to work, and it's a lot of chances applied. Chances are applied, like 40% for poison and 30% to get weakened. But the general case is a very useful piece of equipment, especially against those annoying regeneration fights. Kobojutsu Blades, 50% basic attack damage boost for Tanya, 30% special 1 and 2 unblockable chance, 25% chance to convert 50% damage to health on special attack 1. This one goes to bad. It has some uses in Crypt, for instance, survival mode, so you can heal. Generally speaking, it's a bad piece of equipment. There are much better options. The Kintaro Tiger Eye, 50% basic attack damage boost, Kintaro, 20% chance to apply bleed dot on basic attacks that deals 11.5 damage, 25% damage boost against enemies affected by bleed or poison. I would give this piece better grade if Kintaro wasn't complete trash, so it goes to the terrible tier for me, I'm sorry. Ice Daggers, 50% basic attack damage boost, Sub-Zero, 50% chance to heal on special 2, and 50% critical hit chance boost against enemies affected by freeze. I believe this piece is good. It is a good for Sub-Zero. I wouldn't say it's great because I almost never use it, but it has its uses, so it's not really a bad piece. The next one is God Helper's Kitsune, 50% chance to apply Curse on combo ender, 70% chance to apply Fear on special attack 1, and if an opponent tags out, is forced to tag out while the user is active, the next time the opponent tags back, they will lose all their power. I am very divided on how to rank this piece. I've seen a lot of awesome strategies with it, but I consider it to be super situational, and I'm not a fan of that piece. I don't really want to fear out the enemies all the time. I want to keep them snared. I want to destroy them one by one. Don't want them tagging in and out all the time because I fear them away. So I'm going to place it here on the top of the good tier. Once again, I know there are certain strategies with that piece that are busted, but generally speaking, I don't want to use it, and I don't find it that great because my style of play is different. Frost Axe, 80% basic attack damage boost against enemies affected by frostbite. Sub-Zero, 50% chance to apply frostbite on enemy special attack 1, 50% basic attack unblockable chance. Probably this should go bottom tier great. It gives 50% basic attack unblockable chance, which is more or less more than any other piece of equipment. The basic attack damage boost is just lame, but Sub-Zero having frostbite on special 1, I don't know whether, I believe it still deserves to be in the great tier. Even though, let's be real, if any other character but Sub-Zero uses it, it's not really that amazing. Yeah, it has to be top of the good tier. I'm sorry, I'm not really impressed by the Frost Axe. It's a good piece of equipment and that's it. Freddy's Glove, 25% critical hit chance boost, 20% damage boost in Faction Wars, and 100% chance to enter a second opponent into Nightmare. This one goes into the bad. I'm sorry, but it, like, 25% critical hit chance boost is the only good thing outside of Freddy. And a 20% damage boost in Faction Wars is ridiculous because Faction Wars is the least, let's go that way, the least meaningful event in the game. So I wouldn't say that this piece is good. Once again, it has its uses for Freddy, and more or less that's it. famous dashing smile. 150% combo and their damage boost. Meh. 40% chance to apply incurability debuff to the whole opponent team for 10 seconds. It literally doesn't feel like 40%, it feels like 20%. Anyways, and also gain 30% more power from hitting an opponent. The opponent doesn't get power from those hits. This one is a great piece of equipment. You can generate tons of power using that piece. The only problem I have with this piece is the first attribute, which is 150% combo and the damage boost. This is simply lame. It's not good at all. Let's continue. Crown of Mind Control, one of the newest pieces in the game. 30% all special attack and blockable chance. Yeah, I'm going to take it. Incurability for 20 seconds on the team on special 2 and 25% chance to perform special 2 with 0 power cost. In my opinion, that's another great piece of equipment. I'm going to put it right here. It is super useful for special 2 spammers. It's literally, if you have a special 2 spammer, then the Crown of Mind, I was about to say Meat Control. Mind Control is super cool for you. Combat Knife, 50% basic attack damage boost, 20% special 3 damage boost, 15% damage boost in Faction Wars. This one is complete trash. It's one of the worst pieces in the game. It increases your basic attack damage. Come on. It boosts the damage of the Fatal Blow. Come on. And 15% damage boost in Faction Wars. Come on. Then we have the Bujitsu stuff. 25% critical hit chance boost. Every missed attack boosts Jade attack damage by 60%. Pretty cool. 25% damage boost against enemies affected by bleed and poison. I believe this one is also great. It is just super busted on Jade. But even if you don't give it to Jade, 25% damage increase against bleed and poison is kind of okay. And the critical hit chance is also good. But on Jade is simply busted. Let's continue with Boraicho Flask. 25% critical hit chance boost, 15% damage boost for Boraicho, and 25% chance to apply Cripple to the active enemy at the start of the match when equipped on starting character. This one is bottom tier good. I mean, 25% chance for the Cripple is simply not good enough, and the 25% critical hit chance is again the only saving grace of this equipment. There is nothing else. Yeah, Shaolin Bow is kind of the same, but I believe it's worse, so yeah, anyways, it doesn't matter. The Bloodmaster Bloody Finka, 35% critical hit chance boost, awesome, 40% bleed damage boost, and dots can critically hit. Guys, this one, I wanted to put it as godly, but the problem I have with that piece is that if you want to build dot team, you can melt them without it. It's something that just speeds up the process. But it's not really paramount, it's not instrumental for you to destroy people with dots. It does, however, turns Assassin Scarlet into an MK11 Scorpion in the sense that she can kill the entire enemy team by just using her passive. So I would place it right here in the great. I don't consider it to be godly, but it's a great piece of equipment. And it is a must for every single dot team so that you can once again speed up the process. Bladed Whips, 15% Fatal Blow damage boost. For Takeda, 15% damage boost and 25% chance to apply bleed to the active enemy. This one is bad. I don't see any value in that piece. Seriously. Any value in that piece. It's horrible. Bladed Fan, 45% basic attack and blockable chance. For Kitana, 25% chance to reflect 100% special damage when blocking. And 25% chance to convert 50% damage to health on special one. I believe this one is good. This one is pretty good, and despite the fact that it is outdated, you can still use it to heal in Crypt, Survival Mode, etc. And the Acid Dragon's Teko Kage, oh my god. 20% basic attack damage boost against enemies affected by poison. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is literally nothing. This is literally nothing. 35% chance to apply blind on special attack 1, alright. And then we have gain 100% critical hit damage boost for 5 seconds whenever a blinded opponent misses the attack. I think this is just good. It is super situational, and the first thing that it offers is straight ahead bad. The 20% basic attack damage boost if they have poison, it is ridiculous. And the last piece we have, guys, the last weapon is Bionic Eye. It gives critical hit chance. I don't have it maxed out yet. That's the only rare weapon that I don't have maxed out. I have it Fusion 2. It gives chance to apply Death Mark on critical basic hits, and special attacks deal additional 15 damage to all tagged out opponents. I reckon this one is great. It gives critical hit chance. Awesome. Every character needs it. It applies Death Mark by just critting and then deals the damage to the entire enemy team. I mean, it's pretty cool, and it works on any character. Alright guys, so this is my tier list. I might be wrong somewhere, not saying that I'm right everywhere. If, for instance, let's say you think that the Cento Blade is an amazing piece of equipment and you should put it here instead of there, Just let me know in the comment section. I would like to know why. Just giving you an example, of course, I'm not talking precisely about this piece. So if you hardly disagree, heavily disagree with one of my picks that I placed in the bad and terrible, please let me know. And see you guys tomorrow when we'll be talking about the accessories. Take care, guys.
Perfect.